You remember, right? While I was editing the beginning of this video, I almost tear it up. I don't think I need to explain what kind of game this is, because almost every school kid played it back in the day, including me. But if there are some of you here who don't get it at all what your Tanki line is, fine, I'll explain. It's a game where your tanks spawn on the map, drive around shooting at each other, die and then respawn again over and over. Fun times, right? There are 4 modes in the game. Capture the flag, where you need to carry away as many flags as possible to win. Deathmatch, where guys will be wrecking you or with them scoring as many kills as possible. Team Deathmatch, where the whole team that gets the most kill wins. And control points, where you need to capture points and keep enemies away. Also, the game has supplies, and by using them you become your own force who wrecks everyone, while hunting someone else's supplies too. Anyway, I spent a ton of hours in this legendary game playing after school. Though when it started slowly dying, I began querying it more often. But when I logged it back in after a long time, I was a bit shocked. Tanki only ne. Here it is. Alright, need to log in. Well, hello there. What do we have here in the garage? Grenades? What do you mean grenades? What kind of nuke is this even? Like, if I press a button, will I blow up the whole map or what? Salute to... For some reason, even though never passed it a long time ago. Alright, let's go into battle, I guess. Let's do a quick play. I don't want to suffer in this hell for too long. Holy, what is that? My tank has a pulse? Is it alive or something? And apparently I'm infected with some kind of radiation. 10 rentgens already, how am I still even alive? And why are my supplies turning on by themselves? I'm not that rich, you know. Damn, look at that rat. Is this even a game about tanks or Need for Speed? And what's that tumor on his head? Oh, no, it's good. I see a lot of people driving around with that disease here. No, don't aim at me. Ay. Are you for real? Whoa, the turret is flying off. Oh man, what have you done to this game? Some kind of beast started flying around. I'm starting to feel sick from this game already. Okay, thanks. So, before we get into why the game became like this, I want to pour you a little bit of interesting water about my gaming experience. Basically, I started playing in 2011, so I do have some gaming experience. Back then, the graphics were old and very web-y, and after I came home from school, I was constantly grinding it. Then I was shocked by the new graphics at the end of 2012, and already from that moment, I really wanted to go back. And so, it's very sad to see what the project eventually turned into, because I can say as if how the game degraded almost from the very beginning to the end. Starting from the rebellions, ending with this right here. I mean, like, they used to be normal tank, but they become flying, jumping, caressing once. Some incomprehensible effects appeared, they changed the color of the shoes, added overdrives, and short some totally incomprehensible crap is going on. But where did it all even start? As I said earlier, the Rebellions, the very first and highly popular update in December 2012. Back then all players got their garages completely wiped, selling off their guns, holds, pants, and supplies at the old prices, while the prices for everything were jacked up high. I mean, just imagine, a guy donated a bunch of money to the game, borrowed pretty much the entire garage, and the next day he can barely get back half of his garage because of the new price. Cool, right? It seemed they refunded the crystal based on oil economy, but the injustice still remained, which caused a lot of people to get the game. Back then my account was a warrant officer 1, and my only valuable stuff was Wasp and Smoky M3, for which they refunded me crystal that I used to buy Mammoth M1 M Storm P, and I can only imagine how it felt for the bigger players. And what many players fear happened, the removal of Moon Silence. I still remember how cool it was to catch gold, do parkour. I remember Tona's video being released with gold box compilations on this map. In the end, this map was removed because of a large number of cheaters, and this player didn't take this removal. But while the removal of mass was a loss of atmosphere, the next day hit the gameplay itself. This was the introduction of micro upgrades. With their help, you could upgrade some specific parameters, like the mash of turret rotation speed, to completely upgrade a gun. Only thing was you had to wear scars or even days for the parameter upgrade progress. But by Pancastra you could speed up the progress. I remember you could basically upgrade all guns and guns at once, because of which you would not be able to enter a battle, because you had to wear for the upgrade progress to finish. Essentially another update to drain money from players. But the problem is that because of macro upgrades, players who, for example, purchase of an M2 gun was locked due to a low rank and they carry red M1, could simply upgrade from M1 to M2 through this macro upgrades and go of recovery 1. By the way, did you know that back in the day you had repaired your tank in the garage, and not even for crystal but for rubles? Back then, besides the crystal currency we are used to, there were also rubles, for which you could repair the engine, gun and hull separately. And by the way, here the HP bars at the top, another each piece of equipment, and in the bottom there was a drop in supply that restored your time from damage. The green box is Outlook and the other one is already the updated model, and this is what it used to look like before. It was very creepy. And this is Hornet. Many people mistakenly call it Dictator, but on the official forum it says it's Hornet, though it really does look like Dictator. Also in the battle code what to kick a player, though this feature was removed because some players were kicking everyone in a row, even those who played well in a battle. I think you can imagine the faces of those who got kicked for no reason when they scored 1000 points or even more. And remember the old repair key that healed you normally when guys were healing you. Well, in 2017 they ruined it by making it instantly give you a small fraction of HP, while the rest could easily be interrupted by being hit by some smoky M0. Because of this, they saved the gold video series died. When you need to reactivate the repair kit, but it has a 2-second CD, and it does not even kill you at that moment. And overall parkour became much harder. Players were constantly asking to bring the repair kit back, but the dudes did not care. And remember Tanki X, which was released in September 2016. Generally, this whole idea started in 2013, and the dudes planned to release it not as a separate game, but its major update in Tanki Online. It was so great in Tanki X. The game was very atmospheric, though on my powerful PC at the time, which had an HD 5570 with 1GB. The game ran very poorly, but that almost did not stop me from enjoying the game. Only thing is the project was closed because of low profit. Generally, it's very sad that the dude simply killed the legendary Tanki Online for the sake of money, which had an unreal childhood vibe, and it's just hard to believe that they once looked completely different. But back in the day, the peak online player count was around 150k or even more in 2015. It's good that now there is Pro Tanki. It's a copy of Tanki Online from this very time of 2014 to 2017. They have the all-flash interface, there is no matchmaking, there are no protection modules, they are separated from pens and protect the tank. Most importantly, there are no overdrives in these flying tanks. Don't think that this is an advertisement, although in fact it's an advertisement, but I was not paid for it, and this is personally my recommendation to try playing it. I will leave the link in the pinned comments. I will be very grateful if you register using my referral link. My nickname is Deepzik. If you want, you can add me as a friend. I will accept everyone. Also, there is Tanki X Revived. This is also a copy of the closed original game Tanki X, which is still working, though there are few players there. The link is also below. Thanks a lot everyone. Take care.